Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this big world of ours. Thank you for coming by and hang out with me just for a little bit and chit chatter about our favorite topic. One moment, please. So, I have a confession. I haven't been listening to watching Marcus's channel, only one video. And no, I haven't been watching it at all. What up, brother? What up, brother Black? What up, brother Black? Great time to be black. How you doing? What's up, gas man? AL, I'm crawling to you, and you see me? And you know what I'm gonna whisper to you? I'm gonna lean over and whisper. You want some, but you can't get none. How you doing, Aunt? How you doing, Cheryl? That's my homegirl, Cheryl. That's my homegirl. Kissing your forehead, Aunt. So, with Marcus, I think, did I even watch? No, I haven't watched the video with. I did watch the video with Feisty, and I don't know what's going on. Fucking heavy. Why she let that lady? That lady been braiding her head for fucking 2 fucking days. I'm trying to figure out why is it taking 2 fucking days and braiding Feisty head is like fucking putting a braid on a fucking hard boiled egg. I mean, there's not quite nothing there. You saw how far her head? I didn't know her hair was that far back. Oh, I feel bad for her. I feel real bad for her. She just needs to, what they told her before, get a little pixie cut. 'Cause she got a nice bone structure. She do. She might be trifling. Our sister might be trifling, but she has a nice, strong bone structure, eye shape. She don't wear that raccoon makeup no more. Our sister now, come on now. When our sister, listen, she could say what she want about say about what she want. Excuse me. She could say what she wants to say about Nick. She was down there for about 14 days. Yo, she gained about 14 pounds. She looked great when she was down there. She looked rejuvenated. I said, okay, come through. I knew she wasn't gonna visit her daughter. See, y'all was asking too fucking much. You can't ask for that. She wasn't gonna see her daughter. How you doing, Tempe? Tempe, happy healing. Happy recovery, Tempe. All right, all right. Happy recovery. Yes, Cheryl. I knew Polo was live. I heard he was his. I heard that he has a good niche in telling jokes and stuff, and I think that's dope. He found his place, but we're gonna get to that. Cheryl, bring that back about to me 5 minutes. You know I'll be forgetting like a motherfucker. Hi, vibrant. Hey, vibrant. Every time I think about this application that I'm gonna fill out for this school next year, I think about you, how you was getting on my ass when I was in school prior. Talking about, you want to crack me on my head. Talking about what's up with studying? Why you in here talking with everybody? Kind of feel it. I said I gotta go, cause Vibrant gonna crack the fucking whip on me. You whip me in shape. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sometimes you say things to people, you impact them, and you don't know that. You think it's a stranger in a virtual space, but nah, shit stick. I appreciate that, brother Black. But and it's good to see you, brother Black. I'm sorry, brother Black. I ain't see you in a long time. How you doing? I hope life is kind to you. I'm sorry, brother. Where are my manners? Yeah, you did do that shit. So Feisty looking out there crazy, but that nigga Nick, he had her right. She was like, he's weird. And then she's like, I ain't gonna lie, he treat me like a princess. So now she's telling y'all that she's used to people treating her like shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to our sister. I'm gonna get back to the, y'all know I'll be all over the place with y'all. Keep me centered talking on one thing so I don't lose y'all. Okay. So Feisty, Feisty head look a mess, and she need to go just get a pixie cut. She could keep that blonde. I'm a fan of the blonde. I'm not a fan of that color blonde. When she came back from Texas, that sewing she had, I was feeling that. That was the best shit I ever saw her on her head. It was wild. She liked big hair. I'm a big hair gal too. I like big hair. Big hair don't care. I love big hair. Love them. Big hair is like, rah. You feel empowered with big hair. You feel like you're bigger than the room. Oh, big hair, Donna Summers here. What? bring me back. Yes, big hair, Shaka. I love big hair. I'm sorry. I started liking big hair at 7 years old. My sister-in-law. Oh, she was a tiny thing, but that hair was big like a Peg Bundy. Granted, it was back in the day when people had Aquanet and shit, and I still know an old lady. What up, nanny? 90 something years old, still use Aquanet and smoke a cigarette. Uh-huh. But anyway, she would look good, but she's insecure. So now let's go back to what she said about Nick talking about insecurity. She's insecure. She's never gonna wear short hair. That big hair for her, in my opinion. I'm no Ayala. I'm no Dr. Phil. I ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coke sniffing Sigmund Freud. I'm who I am. And what I'm going to tell you is that she not going to do that. And when she wear that big hair, it's like she can hide behind that and become a character. That's why she wear that big hair. She might like it, but it allows her to hide who she really is. That short hair, she look in the mirror and says, you trifling, disgusted, foul, decrepit, just worthless. What about them kids? Yo, you ain't got to be, yo, just send money for them kids. That's all you do. Send money and a birthday card. That's it, bitch. You ain't got to be there. You can't be there. You not fit to be nobody mammy. I understand some people just can't. They been through shit. They wasn't built for this shit. I get it, right? It's 3 of them here. God bless them children. Just send them something. Act like you care. I mean, they see you on feisty on TV. Just caring about guys, her fucking, and don't y'all ever disrespect Bobby and Whitney, talking about they the Bobby and Whitney. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you, Tempe? It makes sense to me too. Don't be calling them Bobby and Whitney though. They are not Bob. If they could, even at Bobby and Whitney's worst, they could never. Okay, blasphemy, R&B blasphemy, not God blasphemy. We'll get into that later. R&B blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? But I like that blonde she had in with that wig that she had on. I like that shit. I said, come when I saw her, she was at Nick, and that complexion got real nice and even. Wasn't stressed out. She was drinking water for the first time since she been homeless. Cause that bitch be drinking cut water and shit like that, like Queen Ops lady Danny. You know what I mean? That cut water and shit. That's why her kidneys be fucked up. You know what to think about? That's a broke down, young, raggedy bitch. Damn, how many times she been in the hospital for them kidneys? She said, oh, when I was younger, I always had these problems. Like, God damn, you just came out broke down. My question was Paula on crack rock when she was pregnant with her? That a young girl. Feisty a young girl. That's a young gal right there. She ain't young as them tragedy in them, but yeah, but they could never be Whitney and Bobby. But she don't need Marcus. People will watch her and stuff like that. She said Nick do be answering back. I don't think that she should burn the bridge with Nick. And for Marcus to say, oh yeah, because Nick owe $250,000 in child support. Hey, hey. He said he thought it was more. He made a joke out of it. He know he ain't shit. Them kids grown. He owe them kids money. The only thing Alan could do at this point, because he ain't got $250,000 nowhere. The only thing he could do is take out a few life insurance policies, and when he croak, how many kids? God dang it. He got 8 kids. Oh, well, I don't know how you gonna split 8 kids. He ain't no millionaire. But he could, if he, I said Alan. How old is Nick? I call him Alan. Sorry, Alan. Nick, how old's Nick? About 50 what? I, Alan done doxed him and shit. How old is he? About 50 what? Because if he take out like about 3 life insurance policies, how much he owe? 250? 250, 3 life insurance policies. He could do 250 easy with 3, split up with 3 life insurance policies. He could put like 75 on one, and then you put an extra accidental and shit. Niggas slip and fall on ice, break their necks and shit. I ain't putting nothing on his life, but just in case. You know what I'm saying? Niggas go through windshields and shit. That's an accident. So that's an extra whatever, 100,000 they put on that, right? And then they say he died regularly or whatever. He can get one, so that's 75 for the first one. The second one could be, I don't know, about another like 50. And then the next one could be like 125. Is that we over 250 now? So they split up that extra what? 20,000 they had between them, and that's it. Listen, just take what the fuck you could get. That's all he got to give. I know this grown man. He said, listen, I couldn't really do much for my kids in life or whatever, but now I done retired and I ran into some good luck and shit like that. He said, now, he said, I got a life insurance policy. He said, because I ain't going to be here long. He said, so my kids could pay off their house and fuck around and buy prostitutes if they want. And I had to chuckle, but he was saying, he said, shit, he ain't have shit to give them a life. So that's what I think that Alan could do with his kids, because I just don't see him making. I'm said Alan. Sorry, Alan again. Nick. I don't see Nick making up the 250. So that's the only way. I mean, shit, do it in life insurance. It's a quick way. I ain't killing the man. I mean, he might outlive some of his kids. So out of the eight, oh, I said it was three kids. Shit, it's eight. I'm counting on my fingers and shit. Eight, God, eight into 250. So it's like 30,000 a child or whatever. So that means he wasn't even making that much. 30,000. He wasn't making that much. Okay, I'm trying to count that man pockets. Yes, I am counting. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Hold on, see. When you've been drinking and drunk every day since she came to Atlanta. Yeah, she has. Wasn't she drunk? I don't know how people could drink like that. Like, I used to drink because I used to be a bartender. So I would drink, but I would never be. I don't get it. I did mess up the inside of my stomach, the lining of my stomach. I can't even drink a sip of champagne anymore without getting like sick. I stopped at that. When I was there, like, you got an ulcer. I said, an ulcer? What the fuck I'm getting an ulcer from? I'm healthy. I worked out. I said, Red Bull and Southern Comfort. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. How about this? We not gonna do that shit no more because ulcers hurt. I mean, she don't have enough of being in pain. That bitch got out the hospital. Another time she got out the hospital and she went and started drinking right after that. We was like, bitch, what? Didn't your kidneys? I heard what, I don't know, because I don't want a kidney infection. And I don't want one. I haven't had one. I heard it feel like somebody's punching you like in your back really hard or on your side. My homegirl, her kidneys fucked up or whatever. She said I went to the hospital. I said, girl, you real sick. You don't never go to the hospital. And she was like, no, I had to go to the hospital. She said, I woke up one day and she said, yo, my side was killing me. She said, I went. She said, oh shit, I need to go to work. I can't have my appendix popping. She said, it was my motherfucking kidneys. I said, you, she said, yeah, I ain't. She said, I gave birth and I gave natural childbirth. She said, but ripped from the rooter to the tutor. She said, I ain't never feel nothing like that in my life. So how the fuck that bitch was drinking after that? Because I know what an ulcer is like. Liquor one. You know what I'm saying? Liquor one. I said, shit. I said, no, I'm good. That's a strong motherfucker. Any motherfucker that can walk barefoot, you know, in the sidewalks of Atlanta is brave. And I want to tell you something about homeless people, like in areas like that. When I used to work in Times Square area, you got crazy like homeless people or whatever. Yo, it be in like human shit in the middle of the street at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do not, please don't be walking blindly. And you got a lot of dope fiends. And when you got a lot of dope fiends, they gotta defecate a lot too. Yo, hell no. And I know Atlanta's that way too. They be, because if they pop pills, they constipated. But if they dope fiends like skin poppers, they had the runs. You get the runs real bad with that. So I heard. Don't ask me. I ain't skin pop. I know who my father was. I heard that shit genetic. I wasn't trying to figure. I wasn't trying to find out if it was. Say no to drugs. I grew up in the McGruff area. I mean Gruff era. Nope. You wanna nope. I don't give a fuck what it make you feel like. I'm surprised I smoked reefer because I wasn't. Drinking is different. But that right there, but I heard Feisty be popping pills too. I don't know, and I hope not. But that sister needs to stop drinking so she could be here. That's a young sister. She's 30-something years old or whatever. People naturally like her. With Feisty, I go on and off whether or not I like her or not. Sometimes I'm like, she's a trifling heifer, but then it's like, yo, she know herself. She knows she ain't no good to be around them children. Let her do her, but I just hate that those children have to see that she's putting men before them. You know what I'm saying? That's the only fucking That's the only fucking thing. Well, I grew up in Long Island. I'm from Long Island. Yeah, you are from New York, Timmy. I remember you saying that. Fellow New Yorker. And my sister, she's in Brooklyn. I knew you was a New Yorker anyway. Yeah, yeah, Harlem all day. Yeah, Harlem. That shit crazy though. And I was watching that shit and I said, why that lady fucked around and played with Feisty? Because all her and that lady was doing was drinking. Marcus said it when he pulled up on the lady shit and she was asking for a beef patty. You saw how she ate the fucking beef patty like she ain't eating eons? See, Nick ain't have her like that. She was fed. So I was locked in the room. You homeless bitch. You goddamn right. He don't know you like that. You wouldn't have been in my house. But he brought your house. I understand why you was contained to one fucking space. And you had to stay outside when he wasn't there. He doesn't know you like that. You could be rambling doing stuff. He don't know if you're doing scams. Atlanta is known for scams. Scam Atlanta, right? That's what they call it. No, absolutely not. I wouldn't have had it there, but he had it there. I understand that. But yeah, but you want to stay right there in that chair, right there, like how you do a little kid. Don't do all of that. I want to take a nap for about 5 minutes. You stay right there. You be having one eye open and shit. Little kid be like, hey, I see you. Even before they do, I see you. You gotta do that bitch like that. You gotta treat it like a toddler. You just want to take a little 2 minute nap, a little snooze and shit. Uh-uh. You said, yeah, I agree. She did not need to be around those children. Just need to be get it together for her. Yeah, exactly, get herself together for her children and for herself. She's too young. She's not even her mid 30s. Her 30s, but not the mid. Like what? She's like 33. Come on, ma. Like you're kidding me already. And you said that she said she was born a bad human replica. She said her inside's been twisted and tossed since she was a kid. So I mean, like you want to add to that shit? Like yo, bitch, pick a struggle. When you sick by your fucking self. And then she got that retort. She got this. Tragedy know better. He knows better. If you listen to him speak, he's a very intelligent young man. He just don't like rules. I don't like rules either. I I break them in the safest way, always. I break them in the safest way. I'm never gonna do nothing illegal. They do illegal breaking and bandos. Listen, jail ain't for me. But I break them in a safe, legal way. And, yeah, some people don't like fucking rules or whatever, but you can't go around disrespecting people. And then he's a begging motherfucker. So she called Marcus to bring her some food. That girl's supposed to be braiding her hair, talking about they gonna put the meat on the grill. Well, did they put the meat on the grill? Nah. Well, I know when you drunk, Feisty, because she couldn't get a thought together. And I'm like, okay. And she said today that her hair, she been getting her hair braided for two days. But I said, but what hair? You got like much of hair. You know how a girl says she got a scoop of hair? She don't even have a scoop. Like, what was there to braid? I guess. Shout out to Cynthia. Black Cynthia, dog. You have always been the best. But that was crazy. I saw that on somebody. I saw that on Feisty. Her tragedy. He's smart, but he just don't want to do nothing. He's just, uh, like tragedy. I'm going to tell you. I just got lost. I'm sorry. Tragedy. I apologize for that. Tragedy. Him and Chaos. They're good. They have their own fashion thing going on. Them motherfuckers will find scraps and make that shit look like some fucking fashion, like some high fashion shit that you see. Be like, I wouldn't do that, but they pull it off. He can do that. They wear girls' clothes, boys' clothes, pearls and shit. Them niggas got. It's not my taste, but it's fashion there. Why don't you do something like that? And I said this in one of my other lives. Tragedy has this metrosexual flair going on. He has very nice features. When he had his hair done, wasn't he was handsome. He get that so he get with an older woman that's going to invest in him. She gonna get him together, whatever. And I said this before. She introduced him to a few of his friends or whatever. Tragedy is well spoken. He's weird like a lot of these young kids or whatever, especially people in Atlanta that even ain't even young. Look at Andre 3000. That motherfucker's gone. But that motherfucker makes some beautiful motherfucking music. He need to horn in on his craft. Same thing with Chaos. Chaos got that little cute boys appeal or whatever. You got a lot of freaks out there. Them niggas, they been homeless or sleep on the street. They done counted all that shit. Yo, they ready. They don't want to live straight like that. So, yo, melt into that industry. They have a good fashion sense and they willing to be with like fucking anybody. So, you know what I mean? Like, You say what? I look like she missed a spot in the front, like a patch is missing. It looked like somebody pulled the patch out of her fucking head. You remember when she pulled that patch out of Polo's head? Looked like somebody pulled the patch out of her fucking head. Exactly. I was looking at that shit too, like I was putting my head sideways and shit. I was like, maybe she had like tried to swoop it or some shit like that, but it wasn't even that. But that was, I watched that shit. So Moving on to Marcus. I'm tired, so I apologize. I'm probably going to take this live down because I'm very, very sleepy. But I just wanted to let this out. I didn't get to watch Marcus lives because I did hear Alan. I keep on calling Alan's name because I want to talk about Alan. I caught Alan's his upload, or it might have been I caught the replay. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter. Yeah, what's up, V? Yeah, listen. We just saying you saw what I see, right? We synced each other. And we looked at each other. We said, "What's going on with the front of her head?" I saw you looking at me, and you saw me looking at you like, "What the fuck?" But I wasn't too sure what I was looking at. But it is what it is. Tell me this distracted me. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm so tired. Oh, okay. So Alan was speaking about Marcus, and Marcus was stating that I heard he was quoting Bible scriptures to who you call to tragedy, and he was quoting them, and he always said this. He's very blasphemous. He doesn't understand blasphemy is not forgiven, especially he was brought up in the church, so he knows the scriptures or whatever. Does he apply them? Not at all. And I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, we're not perfect." No. Jehovah doesn't forgive willful sin. That means that you know it's wrong. You know it's against the flesh, the commandments, and everything. And you still like, fuck it, I'm gonna live my life because you only live once. That shit's not forgiven, yo. That's crazy. That's like a dude saying, "Baby, I'm sorry for cheating, but I'm still gonna fuck on Wednesdays and Saturdays. That's Sundays, baby. I swear, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry." It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? The heart becomes hard, and if they say we're made in God's image, then if our heart hardens, what does his heart do? So I don't want to hear about no redemption and stuff like that. Marcus, like I said, and y'all could laugh at me and y'all could say, "Oh, she was with this hocus pocus shit." Marcus has admitted to being into the dark arts and stuff like that, and practicing non-traditional spiritual practices. To each his fucking own, right? But Marcus is a wicked person. That's why he's always telling people, "Oh, I'm gonna fix you. I'll fix." Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When he told Troy like it's up and stuck forever, like when Troy first hit him, no, he meant that shit. So when he was quoting Bible scriptures, so Alan was getting real pissed about that shit. You know, when he was quoting, I knew that I could not watch Marcus videos because I knew that people say it's on YouTube. I take it very serious. As black people, we're very spiritual people. We come from all different backgrounds, religious backgrounds, but basically we believe it that there's a creator, right? Variations of we believe with different religions, sectors, or even sectors of religion, or even like a lot of people are not religious. Like a lot of people say, "Hey, I'm spiritual. I believe in God. I do pray and stuff, and I follow biblical principles. However, I don't belong to a religion." For me, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I don't belong to religion. I believe in biblical principles. I understand what is needed of me. And we work on ourselves, right? But the shit they be doing, come on, be like, he be doing shit like, yo, fornication. You're fornicating, Marcus. That's the least. You're fornicating. You're not married to T. T just had a baby for you. Who better to be your wife than T? Who better to be your wife but T? He very much is a demon. I would say that, right? Tempe, his eyes are big and black all the time, like big black marbles, like somebody put them in sockets. Who not? And he's like, "Yeah, you know what? If I was to marry someone, I would marry T. Like she's getting the prize." No, she's not getting the prize. She's getting leftovers. She's getting someone who's been all over Atlanta with the lowest of the low in Atlanta, and it's fucking crazy. I think it's ludicrous. Like I mean, like what? You're saying that like you're a prize. Like you're not a prize. Marcus is disgusting. He has great bottom gums. It's disgusting. But Alan was speaking about that, and I knew from there that I couldn't go to his live. Like I don't know what it is. Black people were very spiritual in a sense, and I don't want to sound like like a holy roller like that. But I'm not ashamed. It's like my spirit, like my spirit that we were God. It wouldn't let me go over to listen to it because I would be enraged. You know what I'm saying? People like, "Oh, it's just virtual." Nah, nah, he's playing. He's playing with God to manipulate vulnerable people. Tragedy ain't right upstairs. Who in the right mind would be homeless, excuse me, semi-attractive, able to speak well and get into different places and choose to be a homeless and not do anything? That's someone that's not meant. That's someone that's going through a crisis. You know what I'm saying? And I understand he grew up in the truth as a Jehovah's Witness. Last half of my family, he said they were very strict. He didn't say he was abused. He said that he was very strict and he want to live his life. He want to do what he want to do. He's right. So I'm glad that he left. You know, and he didn't do a double life like a lot of people would do. You know what I'm saying? He had the courage to live out loud, and they're all seeing this on camera. And I'm gonna tell you about tragedy. Psychologically, he's on camera doing outrageous things on camera because he know his family will see it. His family will know he's never coming back to the truth. He X'd himself out permanently. Could he come back? Absolutely, he could come back. I don't care what they have. People that they have a brother, and I feel bad because he's a really a nice brother. He's a devoted brother. He was he murked somebody. Like he murked somebody. Like he took the motherfucker out, no remorse. But right now, he's the best brother ever. He's been in the truth for the past 40 something years. Been with his wife for about 50 something. You know what I mean? They got grandkids and shit like that. But the whole point is people can change. But Marcus being blasphemous and growing up in the church, he knows very well what he's doing, and he knows what the scripture says about this, and he understands it's a point of no return. So I think in my little psychology mind, you know, sometimes we get a little therapist in us, right? But I ain't got no certification. I'm just looking at it on the outside, looking in. Marcus and tragedy are very much alike because Marcus is out there. He knows who he is, and he's showing them people in the church, I'm gonna do me, and I'm still gonna come up in there. Well, tragedy is doing it in a different way for being respectful but staying away from his family, and he's doing it, but he's doing it out loud so they know he's never coming back. He's gonna live life on his own terms, and whatever consequences he has to face being on the other side of God, then he's gonna face them. He understands that. See, everybody like, oh, burn in hell. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses is not a burn in hell. Hell is the grave. You're just not coming back because they believe in, you know, people living on the earth forever, everlasting life. People will be in heaven and people will be on earth, living on earth. You know, Jehovah made earth to live in, not to everybody going to heaven. Yeah, people will go to heaven. Absolutely, people are going to go to heaven. But not everybody, because we will have perfect mind and stuff like that. And we'll be perfect, not perfect, and I'm going to be fine, flat stomach or whatever. That's not perfect to God. This is perfect, living in peace and harmony. And we will have free will still, so we'll have decisions still. And it will be everybody. It's not people that just hold Jehovah Witnesses. Jehovah Witnesses really say, like, yo, it's everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's people out there that's murderers or whatever, but their heart is not cold and stuff. It'll be everybody. It's people that are truly repentant. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that tells you the story with Christ being up there, you know, with being crucified with the thieves. One of them was really repentant, right, on his deathbed, right? It was up there about to go, right, being punished to death, right, and he was okay. Right, so that's the same analogy they think of. So, but tragedy don't want that. So to him, the consequences would be death, Gehenna. He's over. So you'll be destroyed. Those that don't follow, that had the chance or whatever to follow God, it's not even a religion. Just follow God and be right and try to work on themselves. Then you would inherit the earth, literally. But if you know and you like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what he's doing, tragedy and Marcus, well, he understand that it's no consequences. He's not going to burn in hell forever. That's based on the belief that he studied. He's just going to be destroyed. So if death and I'm never going to wake up to inherit the new earth or go to heaven, why do I care for it? So that's tragedy. He going all out. He going to enjoy this flesh right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why they don't get along. You're absolutely right, Tempe. That's exactly, they're going against religion. Marcus will tell you he practiced dark arts and he practiced other non-traditional things. Marcus wear that beaded bracelet around his wrist. I've seen it a few times, or a bead around his neck. That's not that. That's that shit. And I know this for a fact. I know people that practice different forms of spiritism, and they always have those beads. I know that for a fucking fact. If you realize, a lot of criminals, you'll see them with beads because they go to the botanica or somebody else, and they have them bless those beads, because those beads are for protection, quote unquote. Because God is just not good enough, so we have to ask for quote unquote ancestors and stuff. And I don't mean to blast people, but they teach us God. Our God is a jealous God, right? Jehovah's jealous, right? We don't, idolatry. You don't idolize people. You don't put nothing above him or nothing at that. So it's just like, it's crazy when they go, I'm going to do this or whatever. They trust in God, right? Marcus and them grew up in the church. So yeah, they're bumping heads because they don't want to live by societal rules. And I understand that. Like I said, I'm a legal rule breaker. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you got to follow the rules sometimes, and you can't be a creep. It's fine. You cannot be a creep and you cannot do illegal shit. Those are the rules. You could be a rule breaker, but the meaning we're not straight laced. Tempe, you ain't straight laced. I ain't straight laced. You know what I'm saying? None of us are, right? We not perfect. But legally, Marcus spread the little girl's buttocks, I heard. You know what I'm saying? I heard he did that. We're going to get into that later. But him and Tragedy, in my opinion, they butt heads because they're going against societal norms and they're going against religion. They were both brought up in the church, you know, the church house. So they're going against that shit like a motherfucker. But Marcus is being so disrespectful because he's hurting the flesh. He's hurting man. He's not hurting. He's dismissed. Marcus was blasphemous. He was dismissed. Tragedy was never blasphemous. Tragedy is just doing him. So that's two different levels or whatever. Tragedy told, will tell Marcus, when Marcus started telling stuff, saying stuff or whatever. I've heard him check Marcus a few times about Marcus' ideology, about stuff like that. So, but yeah, they are alike, and that's why they bump heads. And Tragedy knows Marcus is a manipulator, and Tragedy is going to take advantage of that. Like, yeah, you could exploit me. I'm still going to eat. You still going to feed my girl, and I'm still going to do me. Fuck it. So what? I'm already out here. I'm already out here exploiting myself for my family, the world to see. So nigga, you just misusing me is nothing. Remember, I said misusing, not using, but misusing. Use me, but don't misuse me. So he's misusing. Sorry, excuse me, corrects myself. He's misusing. He thinks he's misusing Tragedy, but they're just misusing each other. No, as a matter of fact, they're using each other because it's beneficial for both each other. It's wicked. Yes, when I have a friend, I want her to use me or him to use me and me to use him because there's no bad intention. For them, there's no bad intention. Okay, I get on camera, act like a fool, argue with you for a little bit. I really don't like you, you really don't like me, but let's get this money. They have an understanding, unspoken understanding. And they're using each other. You know what I'm saying? But what Marcus is doing to other people, not Tragedy's hip to the fucking game. He's misusing them. He's not misusing Feisty at all. I know with Paula, her mother, because that's her baby. Paula, he not. They all using each other. Polo, misusing Polo. Why? Polo really want Marcus to be his friend. When he's slashing out at Marcus, talking about, yo, you a fucking hater, this, that, the third, or whatever. He's speaking from hurt. Like, yo, why the fuck you keep on trying to embarrass me? Why you keep doing this shit? You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, nigga. Like, really, we supposed to be friends. We supposed to be... When Polo told Marcus in the barbershop he loved him, he does love him. Marcus didn't say it back. Marcus doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So when Polo's lashing out and stuff, it's because Polo loves Marcus. Polo really sees Marcus as a friend. It's not because Marcus monetarily take care of him. That's the closest thing he has to family out there. He connects because Marcus and Polo's mother and sister communicate and stuff like that, because they have to communicate with Marcus. Polo be all over the street, not keeping a phone. Marcus knows what's going on in Polo. It's a working relationship for everybody involved. Polo's family and Polo sees Marcus as an extension of his mother and sister out there on the streets of Atlanta. So he loves him. He absolutely does. Crazy psychology there, right? I'll be looking at this shit and I don't be thinking about it then, but I'll be talking to y'all, and as I'm talking to y'all, I'm like, this is what it is. But yeah, Marcus misused Polo, absolutely. And because I just broke it down to y'all like that, absolutely, Marcus is misusing Polo. He knows how Polo thinks of him. Polo gave him the extra key. Listen, Polo, I'd rather swallow the motherfucking key and have it at the bottom of my gut, like James in the motherfucking well, okay? James in the well. Was that a joke? What was the boy? Come on, you know I'm saying it wrong, Tempe. What was the Jonah in the well? Jonah in the well. Thank you. You didn't tell me, but it is, right? I'd be like Jonah in the well. I'd be like, shit. My key be Jonah, honey, and I'd be the big fucking motherfucking big back whale. My key be there. Huh. I would god darn to give it to Marcus. Marcus can get Nathan from me. I don't trust that Marcus. I don't trust nothing about Marcus. Marcus know too many homeless people. Two homeless people will be in his car and in his apartment that can lift Polo's key or some shit like that and go get in Polo's apartment. Marcus is reckless. If he's getting his knob slob, people will go in his pockets and get him. Marcus ain't hip to the game. He's just a despicable person. So then I was watching the other reaction channel. I'll say it, not fuck it. I'll say it, not our peoples over there. I'll say it. What is he from Louisiana? The other brother from Louisiana that be over there with L.A. and L.A.'s wife and Miss Jessie James. Okay, so he was on what's her name? Humble. he was on her panel. She asked him to come up, and Marcus came up. So I was looking at his channel. It was a good it was a good upload and a good reaction to what he was saying. I love he played the video with what's that, ATV Vaughn and Marcus. I love to see that clip, yo. I love to see someone talk to Marcus like that. He said, "Poof, and I spit on your Jeep." I said, "Yeah." And people like, well, them niggas saw each other and they didn't fight. Why would ATV Vaughn fight him? Why would he fight? If I know I got your heart, my nigga, and you still trying to act like you ain't, you know what I mean? Like you still trying to act like you built like that. And I know you ain't built like that. Yeah, nigga, pop your shit. Yeah, what the fuck I'm gonna touch you for? I ain't got to touch you. I know I got your heart in my hand, so talk your shit. You went to talk to the cops, and I violated you by spitting on your property, and I violated you. That's what I think of you, nigga. Marcus wasn't going to do nothing. Marcus already got the gun. Yeah, woke up, woke up. Marcus is itching to use that gun because he wants to prove to us that he ain't scared like we say he's scared. Marcus, don't catch no case in Atlanta because I will write to that DA's office and say, him guilty, him meant to do it. I swear I will. I have them old miserable hoes and that be in YouTube in the back chats that now hate you. Fucking dig up them old clips and shit and say, Miss Myrtle, you need to send that to the DA's office. Miss Bertha, you need to send that over to the Atlanta PD. I ain't gonna do it. I don't do shit like that. But I damn sure will dog whistle them to do the shit. And not calling them my puppets, but they ain't got nothing to do all day. Why not? Huh? Clean up the streets, Miss Myrtle and Bertha. Please do something. He's a predator. So anyway, he came up on a panel to address the Alcide content creator, and he was like, Marcus, so you didn't touch that little girl? He was like, Marcus was like, well, did you see it? He said, no, but a lot of people did see it. And they said you touched that little girl. And he's like, first of all, I was lied to. I was a guy that was lied to. So now he's trying to act like he's well-spoken. Man, fuck that con artist. I was lied to. Any other time he talking about type shit, type shit, type shit. Yeah, yeah, brother. How they say that, brother shit? Brother, that's how they say that shit sounds so stupid. Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, yeah, type shit, type shit. That nigga act like this is like 96 when he was in the, 98. The nigga look old. The nigga look old. He ain't that old. He's 43. He act like this shit is 03 when he was in his prime, when niggas was wearing oversized tees and shit, and jeans falling down, and big ass Timbs on their feet. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Georgia snap risk and shit like that. Nigga, we ain't doing that shit. We ain't bank hacking bounce. This ain't 03. Like, nigga, you's a grown man with kids that be saying type shit and saying brother. So I can't even say that dumb shit because it ain't meant for me to say it. I'm too old. I had my stuff. I say. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit for the kitty bobs. But anyway, he's all like, no. So I didn't touch it. I was lied to. No, I have a daughter that's 17. And just because you said that, you stupid motherfucker. And I wish that brother clocked him because he should have said exactly. And that's what makes it worse because she looked 17. So even if she showed you 19, just because she looked 17, it was a no-go. It was a no-go. He could have got over with that old stupid slow girl. What's that girl? The thick girl that got the baby with the teeth, the little small teeth and the big head. What's that little girl that got beat up for her money? Oh, I can't stand her. Kaya? Her. Yeah, yeah. He could have got away with her because she's she's young by the way she talk, and her face doesn't look old, but she has a very much grown woman fatigue, and black women don't age like that. So us women and a lot of fathers will say, nah, she young. I don't give a fuck how she built. But he could have had an excuse more so with her than anybody else. Because I would have said, nah, I would have like, nah, Marcus, you knew she was young, but okay, if you said you was psyched out, maybe so, because you're looking at how, because she's a voluptuous young woman, you know what I mean? You already see what her grown woman shape is going to be like. But nah, that little girl, no. She didn't even have a body. She wasn't even developed. It's like she didn't even go through puberty. What did he say? I didn't even watch them at the diner. I couldn't watch like past 2 minutes because they're babies. I don't watch, just like I didn't watch K3 and Chaos, and it's real funny. Why the fuck he don't fuck with K3 no more? Where's K3? K3's working at the tragedy face. What happened? Why Marcus is not hanging out with him no more? And you see Chaos don't come around or whatever, but when he come around, Marcus always trying to give him the rules of life. Say, yeah, you're messing up because it's all Marcus knows so much about YouTube, yet he's still here local with us. He knows he's this YouTube maven, but he's not worldwide. Worldwide, they watch Small White Underbelly, and that nigga is the biggest creep on the fucking low. That nigga is Marcus. He is Marcus. He is Marcus, but he can get away with it, right? But you know what I'm saying? They let him get away with that shit. You know what I mean? It don't matter. He doing that to black people. You know what I mean? More than 18. So hold on. Is Marcus going through a mid age? Yeah, he's going through a mid. No, I think he's always been a fucking creep. I know he's always had that sex addiction. Because he says, oh, you guys are being so weird. It's just, I mean, people have, you know, like, ew. But anyway, he's talking to this guy, and he's trying to talk all prim and proper, and that brother got him out his fucking skin. He was like, yeah, yeah, come to my house. Come to my house. Yeah, you come here. You can meet me here. Like, nigga, get the fuck. Stop selling booth tickets, motherfucker. And what the guy said was right. Marcus don't even know how I look. I could be right next to him, and he wouldn't know. And I always said, I said, Marcus is going to get his brain spilled on the ground. I really think so. I really think that. And I don't like to put stuff on people's life. I don't really think he's going to jail. I think he's going to hell. I really think somebody's going to spill him. And the way he talk, and he be walking around like they stopped making guns when they made his. Or like a nigga can't just come up and give it to him. I really think he's going to leave this world. And I really think it's going to be a GoFundMe for him. Marcus doesn't have any life insurance. Does this dummy act like he does? He be fucking them homeless bitches with condoms. Without condoms. These are women that sell their body. They do what they got to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? To make it there. And sometimes they will, if they let him take the condom off, they let other guys take the condom off for the right price. Let's just stop it. Let's just stop it. You said what? I watched him a couple of times, but I didn't get into him neither. I don't know. I might have seen him about 5 times. Yeah, it's not interesting. You said it best. He was trying to preach and teach to them. Yeah, and he's fucked up. So when he went to talk about Nick being a fucked up father with that with the child support, I said, well shit, Nick's kids are grown, and Nick said he talked to his daughters and stuff like that. I said, but you're sitting there and don't give a fuck what your kids got to go through, the scrutiny they have to go through with you being their father. I mean, you show them and you show yourself. You don't even keep them private, so at least they could act like you're not their father. You let the whole world know, no, they belong to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad. Ain't no denying, because that one Mookie, she looked just like him with that old big fucking alien head. So it's just like, come on, why would you do that to them? Showing their legs, their buttocks when they be walking or whatever. He's just totally inappropriate. Marcus doesn't understand boundaries and lines of appropriateness. So therefore, he's going to continue calling us normal people weird, and we're making things like, no, I mean, who doesn't like to engage with intercourse with someone they like or they care for deeply? Who doesn't like that? Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, I've been abstinent for about 6.5 years, but when I was, engaging, oh, I loved it. I loved it. So me, Marcus, it's not a big deal, but I mean, it's been around from the beginning of time. Jehovah makes it pleasurable for us so we can enjoy child. It's for us to procreate. That's what it's so we can enjoy procreating, Marcus. Nothing more, nothing less. Not to make money off of it, not to exploit people, and not to go from pillow to post sticking our penis in places and stuff and further traumatizing or victimizing someone. That's not what it was made for, Marcus. So if anything, you're weird because you're taking something that's so natural and you're marketing it. I don't care who else is doing it. I mean, have some fucking restraint about your stuff. You're a father of three underage children, yet you don't care how you make tea. T just got baptized, and you saying that's your lady. So she has a motherfucker that's out here fornicating and taping people engaging in illicit acts, which is illegal on paper because he doesn't have a license to do that, nor has anyone gotten tested, nor has he ran anyone's ID and put them on paper for tax filing. And if Marcus get popped for jail, he's gonna get caught on tax evasion. That's what's gonna get him, taxes, because you have these employees, Feisty, saying, oh, he's my boss, he's my employee. Okay, so where's the 1099s? Where's the tax? Oh, they're responsible for their own taxes. Okay, but where you're putting it in paper because you're making money off of these channels that this is what's going on. You have employees. You just don't have another channel where you're doing commentary. You have actual employees, so you say it. So and so if he goes to jail, it's going to be for that. It's not touching a little girl, but he comes on and he bites his guy. So back to this. So he's on Humble. Her name is Humble Beginnings. So It's Al saying and Marcus on the panel. Let me get back to the story. And Marcus is trying to be reserved and stuff. And finally, the brother got him out of skin and he invites him to a fight. And I'm like, how fucking ridiculous. Like, yo, that's crazy. That brother ain't throwing his life away to punch Marcus. But like he said, he could be next to Marcus, which I already mentioned to y'all. And, you know, Marcus wouldn't know. But yeah, somebody's going to pop his little brains out. It's going to be noodle juice on the ground because he's pushing it. He's talking about, if you, first of all, Marcus going to say, first of all, I got a young daughter. Let me get back to him saying that. That's where I was. Sorry, I lost myself. I had to circle around to figure out where I was, y'all. So I definitely apologize, but I'm very tired and had a long work week. So he was like, yeah, I got a daughter. Okay, but she looks young. She looks very fucking young. So he goes, so the guy was like, whatever. He was like, yeah, but I hate creeps. So you know what? If you hate creeps like I hate creeps, like come and see and do something. Like, nigga, that's what he invited him to the, he had the move tickets. I said, if you don't fucking stop him. But see, you inviting people. You saying if someone doesn't like creeps, and they think you're a creep, do something. Well, Marcus, a lot of people are traumatized, men and women growing up, and they detest what you do. And you know what? They will do something. So I'm glad that you opened that door, you know, asshole. What a dickhead. That nigga don't give a fuck about his family, nothing. He advertised where he lived. He advertised what his kids look like. He holds nothing precious, and why he does that is that's collateral. His kids are collateral damage. He offers his children like, yeah, well, they won't get to me, they'll get to my kids first, so let me put them up there. This is how Mookie and the other one look like. This is how, Max look like. T ain't stupid. T said, you ain't putting me on motherfucking camera, but bitch, you didn't put that fucking baby on camera, so you's wrong. You wrong as two left shoes, you raggedy hoe. But anyway, he's claiming her and she just got baptized. So, I mean, isn't it like against the flesh to be with someone like that? Like, I'm trying to figure out, why would you want to be with a guy that can't commit to you and he's slinging cock every fucking way and taping sites? He's not no professional. And as a woman of the being sanctified and baptized, why would you be with someone that's taping someone fornicating? You see, people with this religion stuff, this is not a sometimes. I just feel like she wasted her time getting baptized. She's still having sex with him, and she's with someone. Listen to this. She's with someone. It's about morals with religion and spirituality. Moral, right? All religions and spiritual casts speak about intercourse, fornicating, right? Because when you fornicate, you're exchanging energies with people. That's ritualistic right there, because life can be created during intercourse. That's very much ritualistic. And he's making money off of this? No, not at all. Not fucking at all. And she's with him? Man, that raggedy bitch T ain't shitty. Let me tell you something. I would love to get a second try at Marcus, because I got me, I'll be ready this time. You know what I'm saying? Last time he had that loud ass fucking headset. I said, God damn, his Timu Bluetooth, they fucking working, baby. But I'll be ready for him, because I'm gonna get on T. What type of dirty bitch you got laying with your mother in your mother house? Well, she gonna sit there and get baptized? They think they playing in God's face. That's what they think. Oh, I'm praying. I don't care. She's wasting her time. She is condoning this. She's okay with it. She's accepting money from him while him doing this, taping. Come on. Nah, absolutely not. But I knew I didn't want to go back and watch his video because of this. I can't watch someone being blasphemous. You sitting there preaching to chaos and K3 about their emotions and trying to do tragedy, but tragedy don't let you do him. He know better. He knows you're an apostate. He knows you're an apostate. Marcus is a mess, but that is neither here nor there. You know, he won't be missed if he's erased, either going to jail or hell. He won't be missed. He's a detriment to Max growing up, because Max will learn that nasty, disgusting, trifling behavior that Marcus got from his father, and his father probably got from his father. He come from an ain't shit lineage. At least they give him a fighting hope, because the mother's a dumb bitch. So please don't let Marcus be around. Let him be in jail. Max and visit him, because every baby should have a father, but let him be in jail where he can't inflict that much damage to him mentally. I won't send Marcus to hell, because Max deserves to have a father, even if he ain't worth shit. You know what I mean? Because in Marcus' mind, he really thinks he's a good father. But good fathers don't do what he does to their children by embarrassing them and taping unsavory content with vulnerable individuals, you know. But that's just my thoughts on it. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am so very sleepy. Have a good Saturday ahead and be well. Peace out, y'all. And Tempe, happy healing.